Peace and prosperity. Thanks to all his listening to IT. It's your girl, Cashapp LaShaWright. And I'm back with another video. And I just want to talk to you guys about what I've been learning. And sometimes we get complacent, you guys. We get complacent with where we are in life. Sometimes the place that we are, or where God placed us, or where we are in our specific points in life, whether it be our jobs, our finances, a specific goal. We may be stuck on something that we haven't overcome yet, and we might not be fully grown to overcome those specific things in our lives. But we get complacent, we get bothered by where we are, and oftentimes, instead of being grateful and having gratitude that where you are is preparing you or processing you, because no one ever looks at the bigger picture. Most of us really get tired of our jobs. We get tired of the minimum money that we're making. Get tired of so many things because we do it for so long and we work so hard to get where we want to be, but we're still in our current state. And I think the overall energy needs to be focused on gratitude, and like all the energy that you place into that. Like, are you grateful for where you are? Because when I listen to Gary V says this a lot. He says consistency. I got here. Consistency is what got me here, because he consistently uploaded content. He said even if he had 1 million views, whether he had 0 views, whether he had 1 view, it didn't matter if the video got viewed. It didn't matter if the people was buying his products. It didn't matter, whatever. It didn't matter. As long as he was consistent with it, it didn't matter. Because eventually, it will turn out and it'll blow up. But you have to be consistent with it. And Gary Vee also says that, a lot of us believe that our time is more valuable than it is. Meaning that we have a lot of time, but we're not making a lot of money. A lot of us have a lot of time, but we're not making a lot of money. So that means our time really isn't that valuable, right? It's valuable in a sense like you're not really wasting time. Now, you're wasting time if you're not able to focus on one specific task at a time. Yes, it's okay to jump from venture to venture until you figure out what you really want to do in life. Because your time isn't really valuable until you really figure out what you want to do. But in the meantime, you want to learn as much as you can and figure out as much as you need to figure out, so that you can put yourself in a position of, doing what you want to do, making the money you want to make, and living a life for you. And I think most of the time, even though a lot of us start out super excited, on fire, really, really happy about it. The thing about entrepreneurship, it can be very mentally draining, very mentally tough. The mental cycles, the mental breakdowns, the mental depression, all these different things that come with being an entrepreneur, and how mentally unhealthy it can be if you're starting out and you really don't have that discipline, you don't really have that structure, and you really don't have that foundation that you need. And you're not making that, and you're not really budgeting the money you have, whether you're making multiple 6 figures or you're making like 1,000 monthly. It doesn't really matter, right? If you can't manage what you have, you won't be able to manage more. And the purpose of process is learning to manage what you have, so that as you become, you can manage so much more. See, because the you now is preparing you for the you later, and what that you may have to be prepared to be able to be responsible for. Because what you're responsible for now is only for the season and only for this moment that you have to figure it out, so that you can be equipped, more measurables, more responsible, more able to do things in your next season in life. And I think everything has a season. Some things take a little more time than usual, than you expect, but all things have a time and a place. And I just want you guys not to be discouraged, because sometimes we get caught up on where we are in life, the place, whether it be the job, whether it be the finances, whether it doesn't even matter. It doesn't have to specifically be a place. It can be something we're super stuck on. It can be a goal that we haven't overcome, something we've struggled with ourselves, a skill that we haven't mastered yet, something that we're just learning, but it seems like so much. It's so overwhelming. It's so much to do, so much to learn. And we're not giving ourselves the time to really grow as people and really adapt these skills and really grow and process and be prepared for the things that we ask or the things we want, the things we seek in this life. And it really does take being equipped, being prepared, and being ready. Because, you know, wanting something without preparation is like setting yourself up for failure. Because it's like it's like, okay, I want $1 million, but not knowing how to invest that $1 million, how to increase that $1 million, how to manage that $1 million so that that $1 million don't turn to $0. You know, it's just like you want to be prepared. You want to be in the preparation of whatever it is that you want in life, and you want life to prepare you for those things that you ask. But you want to mature, which is part of why you got to go through the crushing, like being crushed like wine. The reason why you got to be pruned and crushed and molded, shaped for this, the things ahead, is because you want to be prepared for what you want, and you don't want to be unequipped. You don't want to be not matured for it. You don't want to mess around when you get to that level in life. You want to have your stuff together. Now, I'm not saying you're going to fully have it together. There's some things you're going to not know when you reach those millions, when you reach those high level goals. Some things at that high level that you're not going to know. And it's just another level. It's just another stepping stone. It's just another stairway. It's just another gate, another door, you know. Just take it one step at a time. But I really figured out, like, if you really want to prosper and have more abundance, just be consistent. Also work on having more gratitude for what you have. Just be more grateful in moments of despair or dissatisfaction can really turn the situation around. It can bring up your energy and make things be seen in a better light. There's so many things that you can do to make better of the situations that go in your life. Gary Vee is a very influential person. A lot of his information makes a lot of sense. He's very wise. I overall like Gary Vee. He's pretty laid back in his videos. He's pretty laid back person. Got a lot of knowledge, and I think that comes from a lot of trial and error. He spent a lot of time doing a lot of different things, and things he actually thought was worth it. But he doesn't seem like somebody who regrets. He's pretty awesome. He encouraged the young people to do more with their lives, tells them to be consistent. So it's somebody I suggest everybody check out. Gary Vee, if you ain't never heard of him, follow him on YouTube, you know, check him out, buy his books. Look at him, because he can really help you if you're struggling in life. If you're having, like, real hard time seeing things, he can make things really simple, really clear. But that's all I want to say, guys.